All right, y'all. So I had this really creepy dream, and I just woke up. My heart's beating real fast. There's a lot of different parts of it. Parts of it was like I was at this workplace, and it was kind of like one of my old bedrooms before growing up, and a bunch of us was like training or something, and it was filled at first, and then after a while, people weren't doing their work anymore in that room. They were just gone. I didn't know where they had went to. Then the last part of the dream, I was here in this place, and as usual, I usually have all the windows and doors and stuff open, and the doors be locked. Ladies, I'm gonna tell you something. If you got a screen door, lock all your doors, not just your hard door, but the screen door and everything. So in the stream, I was sitting here. It's probably late night. All the curtains and windows open and whatever, right? And I noticed like somebody walked right past, right in front of my window. Okay, and shadow in my mouth was tripping me out. But they walked past right in front of my window. And I live in a house, so there's a yard and everything's blocked off so that nobody can do that, right? And it shocked me when I saw somebody walk right past. So I was gonna peep out the other window to see. But when I went to do that, the person first it was just like a black shadow, like a short black shadow, you know. But the person that came in was this short, petite black girl with this big afro, and she was like, I couldn't really make out everything. It's kind of gibberish, like in the dream, the words are gibberish, but you understand it. But pretty much, she was just saying, "How come you don't speak to me and such and such and such?" And one was like 25 to 30, but she was really tiny. She's like, "How come you don't speak to me and such and such and such?" And it was just something really odd about her. Like it's like she had a hand behind her back, but it was deformed or something. Um, it was weird. Like it was scary. Um, and you couldn't really see it, but you were aware. And so I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, she's in the house now. There's nothing I can do, right? So I was like, well, man, you guys. So I was like, well, let me try to put her out, you know, by, just listen to her. And then I was just like, oh, okay. And I thought she was going to leave. I was kind of like edging her towards the door, but I was like on the bed like I am now. And the door was right there. But through my conversation, I was trying to edge her towards the door. And then I had this glass of water on my nightstand, this table right here. And it was a clear glass of water with a lemon, slice of lemon in it. And she was like, and she was just gonna leave peacefully. I guess she just wanted me to let me know how she felt. But it was anger. And she was like, I'm gonna bust that glass of water on the floor. It's like she came, but she wanted to do something bad to me before she left, right? And so she tried to go for the glass, and I was like, no, she ain't. I'm not letting her do that, right? So I grabbed the glass, and at that point I forcibly I actually pushed her out the door, like not forcibly, like in a force way, but I started pushing her through the door, like you know, pushing her like physically, like if she fought back, I was pushing her out the door, and then she started yelling, Kendrick, you know, and then she put her hand in the door. This is scary. I'm just catching it now. Then she put her hand in the door, and I slammed the door, to try to get her and push her hand out to try to slam the door. She stuck her hand back in it. Remember, I told you that her hand was deformed. Then she put her hand back in it, and I didn't know because I didn't want to look if her hand was caught in it or not. And she was determined. She didn't care. She wanted her hand to be in the door because she wanted the door to remain open. So she was calling, I get chills talking about it. So she was calling some dude across the street or whatever to come and try to help her open the door back. I was trying to get the door closed, but of course I can't get it closed because her hand is in it. And there's the dream. Creepy, right? Now to talk about the other portion of the dream, I didn't want to forget that. It was like kind of reminiscent of, it was like a bedroom like when I was growing up, but a mix of that and then like summer camps and stuff. and it was a training class for work, and we were in this one room, but we could branch off to other places. But I feel so creepy right now. We could branch off to other places, but that's where we worked, where we were training. And then when the training was over, I guess you could go to other rooms, but some of us straggled back there. But I guess those have friends. They were like, "Come on, go this room, this room." And I didn't know about it until it got to the point where I was at the end, and some guy came in there, and I was like, "Where did everybody go?" And he was like, "Oh, we just went to different places, whatever, you know." And then it's like I hadn't clocked in that day, and I think somebody else hadn't either. There wasn't like the clocking machine looked like my indoor air conditioner, and it wasn't there. And I remember at the last minute that I hadn't clocked in. And then another portion of the dream was like I was photocopying something. I was making a bunch of photos. My throat feels real dry all of a sudden, like I can't breathe. But that's weird. So I was photocopying something, and the photocopies kept coming out dark. Okay, and when I say dark, I mean like if you see a piece of smoky black film, it was like that. And so then I left it alone. I gathered all the papers together, and for some reason, it was like I feel so weird, right now, you guys. I feel creepy. I really feel creepy right now. Don't make me have to start closing up my eyes. And then in real life today, in real life today, a postman came to my door. He was supposed to pick up some return mail, but he came and was ringing my doorbell, ringing, 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 banging, 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 pressed his face up against my window. hmm And I had a complaint about that. And as I was talking to the lady, this is in real life, about the complaint, and she's like, "Oh, it's still open, such and such and such." As I was talking to her about it, um, I didn't realize that after I got off the phone that I checked my voicemails. Somebody from there tried to call me like 2 minutes before, and then man, and then what ends up happening is that they said they were closing the case because of whatever, whatever. That that they thought somebody spoke to me or whatever, but they didn't. And it was creepy. There was no reason for this man to come to my door. It was real creepy. And so the dream that I had, I think part of it was that man's face being pressed up against my door, his white face pressed up against my door, the glass. And then another part of it, it was really weird. Like when I was in the file room today, throughout the day, like I would see glimpses of like somebody walk across the yard, but I was thinking, okay, maybe it's out by the street. The cars was even laying here, the car lights would go by and it'll startle me a little bit. So you guys, the dream was really weird. Like it was weird. The good things in the dream was the water was actually clear. The bad things was that when I made the photocopies, they came out really dark. And what that made me think of possibly, because y'all know I've been on TikTok a lot lately. And so when you do TikTok, you can do duets or you can, you know, copy the video, whatever you want to do. It's a platform for you to do all of that. And I'm thinking that maybe some of the posts that I'm posting, because the copies in my dream, the copies were dark, that perhaps they're being taken the wrong way. And the other part of the dream where, I was in the training and, you know, eventually everybody branched off and made friends and just kind of went their own way. And I was kind of left out of the loop. It's letting me know that, that's my nature. But it's that it's giving me a warning that perhaps something could happen because of that. Like, I'll be left out of the loop on something that's important, you know, and I won't clock in, and I won't get paid, and I have more headache or whatever. So even though I'm not buddy buddy with people, I need to at least keep my eyes open and see what people are doing and where people are going and stuff so that I can kind of follow along if I need to. But that dream, it just felt so strong and intense. It was scary. But anyhow, so I've told the dream and that's it. So I'm going to go back to life, I guess.